house, thank you so much for clicking. Today's video is another prophetic word, and this one I'm super excited about, but I know you guys will be more super excited about it because this video idea has been the one that has been loved most in the past 2 weeks on my channel. So I'm here to just deliver, to give you guys what you want. And it's about keeping silent and zipping it and shushing and shutting up and not telling people what God is doing in your life, what He's telling you He's about to do, so that you can avoid certain things. Now, I have done 2 videos on this topic. The first one I mentioned social media, and on the second one I mentioned about being humble and that talking too much will make you be proud, and the fact that you'll be disgraced. I got good comments on that one, and today is another one because I prayed to God and asked God to give me a biblical example of someone who's remaining silent worked for them. And guess what? He answered my prayer. I want to get to that level where I just pray today and God answers my prayer tomorrow. That's the goal. That's what I want to get to. And for me to get there, and maybe you can join me to have that goal, is to stay in the presence of God long enough. Because when you stay in God's presence long enough, number one, your desires will be matched into His desires. Your will align with His will. Most of all, your timing will align with God's timing. How? Because the more you stay in God's presence, you know how He acts. He will teach you how to pray. He will lead you on what to pray for, and then you will just end up be praying for something today, and tomorrow you have it, or even in the evening you have it. I've tried it. It has worked for me. Only that it's for small things. I can't wait to get to the bigger things, but yeah, God is a God of process. That is just another topic on its own. So let's get right into today's prophetic word, where God is telling you to shut up, zip it, and remain silent, and do not tell anyone about the promises He's telling you. Because if you've watched the previous videos, I mentioned that God helps us believe in Him, and that is in John chapter 14. He tells us what He's about to do, so that when those things happens, we actually believe. So Jesus helps us believe in Him, which is super nice. Like, that is so good. So I know all of us, the more you stay in God's presence, He's dropping things here and there, and that is what I talked about in the last videos. Guys, I'm so excited. Now, our biblical example is from the story of Job, and this is also an extension of the previous video that I mentioned on Job. So I just watch all my videos. So Job's friends talked so bad about God. They did not recognize God, about his condition. They were just discouraging him again and again and again. Now, if Job was silent enough, he would have heard from God to know that I've just given Satan a heads up to test you, so relax, I will come through. That came later when his faith was built, but when he was still in the pits, his friends talked nonsense to him. His wife even talked nonsense to him. They added doubt to him. So just remain silent so that people do not have any chance of planting a seed of doubt in you. And when you tell them that God has told me He's about to do this, and if that someone is not supposed to be part of your calling or to go with you to that step, they will literally make you doubt that, was that really God? So don't just talk to anybody, because it will make you doubt. And remaining silent helps you not to give people the opportunity to talk. So when you learn how to remain silent, even when you're in a group of people, you'll actually be silent, knowing that I don't want to give these people a chance to make me talk. And I don't know if y'all are like me, because I don't know, I guess we all struggle with the same things. When you're too excited about something, you want to share it to everybody and anybody, and then they will just end up making you doubt. Right to our example is Elihu. Last video I said Eliud, but it's not Eliud, it's Elihu. Elihu was the youngest among the friends of Job. The Bible has not told us whether it was a friend or a relative or just a company, but I will take it as a friend, because if you are in his counsel, in his circle, and then you are definitely a friend. What Elihu did is, when all the other friends were talking rubbish, he actually just remained silent, and this silence worked in his favor because it gave him the heads up. When you remain silent, you give yourself an opportunity to read the room. When you read the room, you will know what to say and what not to say. Also, remaining silent gives you an opportunity to be able to fill in the gaps. For example, what Job's friends were not able to say, Elihu was able to say. He was able to point out the mistake. That way, it gave him the heads up to be the wisest among all of them. Now, learn how to shut up. Learn how to read the room. Learn how to keep quiet. Because when you read the room, sometimes you'll just be like, Enyewe, if I was to speak here, these people will just have discouraged me. Maybe in the room, people are just complaining about how difficult life is, and you are bringing a promise that God has told you is about to do in your life. People are going to be jealous. They will not believe it, because the room is talking jealousy. The room is talking complaining. How can you bring good news in the middle of complaints, you know, that type of thing. So just remain silent, just like Elihu. It will give you a heads up on everybody else. The moment you start speaking, even you won't be able to deny what the Holy Spirit is saying. You'll be in line with the Holy Spirit. You won't be able to limit him. You will say exactly what he wants you to say and at the right time, and everything will just be clicking, 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 clicking. There is nothing sweet and good about doing things at the right time. Everything just flows. So just learn how to shut up and zip it, because it will give you a heads up when the time is right for you to talk. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this prophetic word. I hope I'm still encouraging you to zip it and shut up. And I'm gonna see you on my next video. Don't let people plant seeds of doubt in your head. Okay, bye.